Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear, I think it's clear. Let's kick it up into high gear. Oh, this is Dragon Ball Super. We've got the skills to blow Zeno away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Time for another exciting review of the one and only My Little Pony Season 9, aka the final season, Episode 3 review. Now, coming from last week, from a very mixed bag premiere, in my opinion, when it comes to the premiere itself, let's talk about the first regular episode that actually happened this week. And wow, I gotta say, I was very surprised with this one. Of course, it's not only that, but it's the first Young 6 episode that we had throughout this entire season. So, yes, it looks like we're going to be getting more of the Young 6 before we wrap up the series for good. We are going to be getting more of them, and they're progressing on their, on their character development, and basically also their studies as well when it comes to school friendship. Now then, let's continue on forward when it comes to this episode itself. So the episode Uprooted, it starts off pretty much with this whole nightmare scenario, pretty much, where everyone's dreams are connected and most of them are their worst nightmares. I really do like Sunbars, actually, which is actually pretty hilarious, because with him, Sandbars was actually pretty much a dream that's so horrifying that it will make you probably shit your pants. Are you ready for this? Choosing which donut is the tastiest. See, isn't that the most craziest and pretty much fucked up dream anybody can have? Basically, when it comes to that, though. But not only that, though, I love the callback when it comes to Smolder. I love the callback with her, with Smolder in her fucking dress, just sipping on the tea and shit like that. Oh man, that was actually really funny. I love that callback that we actually had, though. Really great stuff right there. And basically, the spirit of the tree, for some odd reason, is still there. And what happens is that she actually talks to the Young 6, and when she actually talks to them, she actually says hey, just to give you a heads up, we need to check this shit out. So she summons them, basically, and the tree, as you can tell obviously from the last time, where someone pretty much destroyed it. So they're at the ruins of that. So what to do is, in order to actually, remember the tree for what it was, they want to create a memorial ceremony. But as we all know, everybody has their own different ideas, and of course they all start arguing, and they all go their own separate ways, where, we have many others, Yona is the only one that basically is really undecisive. She just doesn't want to really see her friends argue. She really just wants to actually have, she basically just wants to see something resolved without them pretty much getting into too much of a big hassle, too much of a big fight. So what happens is we have Gladius, which basically, I never pronounce his name. Gladius actually has his own little museum of the actual Tree of Harmony and what it's remembered by basically having all these different kinds of little displays on what it represents and stuff like that. So he has his own thing there. Basically we have that. And with Smolder, her idea was basically to create a giant rock statue of the actual tree. Silverstream's idea was to cover the cave's walls and floors in some colorful paint. Yeah, don't even ask me why, but that's pretty much what we got there. And then we got Acilius, who wants to pretty much build this whole meditation garden, where she's pretty much, everything is all positive energy, and every time you pretty much embrace in this little garden of, something, you'll be able to gain positive energy. So yeah, there's a running thing with that. So right after that, we kind of figured, yeah, shit wasn't really going as they planned. Everything was falling apart. But Yona finally had the smart idea of actually building a tree house. The best way to remember the memorial of the tree, because all these different ideas, they're pretty good, but they just aren't really there. So the plot may be very, very simple. A lot of people might complain that the plot was a bit too simple for this one, but for me, it actually does make sense, because you know, the actual spirit of the tree is the one that actually brought them even more together, especially when it comes to the episode we got last year, What Lies Beneath. What we got last year, pretty much with that episode, of course, you know, Cozy Glow, you know, at the very end, being a little sneaky. So, you know, we had that going on last year. So, that's basically, you know, what it is, because it makes sense that that part of the tree, or that part of the spirit of the tree, connected to the Young Six in a big way. So it makes sense why they were doing the whole memorial ceremony. But of course, you know, before they could do all that, they have to get permission, you know, from the, you know, the pretty much the kingdom leaders like Thorax and many others. So basically, we had this whole montage of that too. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that too. We had this like big montage thing going on with that as well. So, you know, we got a little bit of that. And it's actually pretty good. I like the way they actually paced the episode with that little montage though. That was really nice. So again, we got some pretty good comedy moments in this episode. We had some pretty much feel-worthy moments when it comes to, you know, well, I don't know about feels, but like, mainly, like, I guess feel-good sort of moments. Like basically them coming to that realization that, you know, a really good treehouse was the way to go. But then, this is something that caught me completely off guard. I didn't think this was actually going to happen, because now it opens up a whole nother can of worms. I know everyone was like displeased this happened, about, oh no, it's a treehouse thing, but what was the whole point? The Tree of Harmony got destroyed, so why even bother with that whole thing of Sombra? It was pointless. Here's the thing. When it comes to the, you know, the whole treehouse thing, yes, I know we can insert, you know, buy our new toys here, or buy our toy lineup here. Obviously, this looks like a big toy merchandise thing when it comes to this tree anyway. But I will admit, it looks really cool. I like the way the tree is actually designed. It really does look really cool, though. I just love it, though. Like, the way it's designed and everything definitely represents what the Elements of Harmony are all about. Now, I thought it was just going to be this, like, little, like, shrine treehouse thing, and they were going to build out stuff that they came up with together. That's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, alright, this is fine enough. It's cute. Oh, let's talk about the song. I forgot about the song. Let's talk about the song of this episode. The song to this episode, which I believe was called A Place Where We Belong, it's a pretty cool song. I actually really like it. It's the first song of the season, and it's a pretty nice one, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's cute, and it does actually pick up the tone when it comes to the actual objective of this episode. Finally, at the very end, you know, the spirit of the Tree of Harmony actually, you know, pretty much says like, yeah, you know what, this is exactly what this actually needed. Like, it represents all of you. It represents not only the elements, but all of you and what brought you guys together and whatnot. So, basically, yeah, and then we also see Twilight, you know, and Spite, they finally realize, because they sense that magical energy, and they realize that the tree is actually there, and they're going to see, alright, let's just go take a tour of this actual treehouse and see exactly what could this possibly be really used for. And that's where the episode ends off. You know what? Also, this gave me this vibe of Season 5. This also gave me the vibe of, like, the beginning of Season 5 with the with that episode where, you know, they have to pretty much remember, you know, Twilight's treehouse that pretty much got blown up by Tyrek. Like, you know, it kind of reminded me of that pretty much, like, in a way. Like, it was like vice versa, only with the Young Six. Kind of like how they repeated certain elements for the premiere, like with this whole Season 3 thing, like pretty much like a 2.0-ish kind of. It was kind of like this with this episode. It reminds me of like how, you know, that episode was with Twilight. You know, the main six were trying to actually find something to represent, you know, not only, you know, the treehouse, but also the tree itself with the Elements of Harmony. So that's pretty much what was going on. So, you know, there's that. So, right there, of course, you got the branches of the tree, you know, as we all know, we remember from Season 5. This is basically, you know, it's pretty much more different than that, though. You know, it's basically just a treehouse in general. So it's actually really cool. I didn't expect the ending at all. Like, I really did not expect the ending to that. So this just went from, like, a pretty good episode to a pretty great episode. In fact, I'm giving this one a 4.5 out of 5. This was a really great regular episode to start off the regular episode trend. It was really great, I'm not gonna lie, because it was just simply a cute, good episode to a great episode, thanks to this thing that's actually going to be canon. So the treehouse thing is already going to be canon, which I also love about this episode, because it canon relates, especially after what Sombra actually destroyed it. So that was actually really clever and very cool for the writers to do that. Now, next week's episode is going to be the big 200 episode. That's where I'm going to do the live reaction right there. And part of the review as well, to combine it into one. So stay tuned for that, because I am pretty excited, because I read the synopsis for the 200th episode Oh man, I cannot wait for this. This is the one episode I've been really excited for. It's been really hyped up to high hell. But let's see, you know, from what I guess from the premiere, let's see if it lives up to that hype though. Because episode 100 was a really, really amazing fan service episode to give that little love to the fan. You know, it's a love letter to the fans about how much, you know, how you know, pretty much they notice all these things that made the show so amazing. Like, you know, these Easter eggs, all these, you know, the background characters finally get their own time to shine. Will the background characters get their time to shine in this episode? Well, then, you're going to have to tune in to find out. And maybe we'll get some returning characters as well. Huh? Not going to hint it, not going to spoil it, but I do know some certain characters are going to be returning in this to make their actual cameo appearance. Well, maybe not a cameo, but to actually just mean something in the episode. So, yes, I am really excited. Live reaction / review. I probably might actually watch this one live, probably, because it's the big 200 episode. I know everyone's going to be watching this one. So I'm really excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this episode, episode 3 of season 9, Uprooted. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I mean, I wish I could come up with some edits to make things funny, but can't really say anything, or I can't really do anything because it's a cute and great. Great plus also. Can't deny that. So yeah, that's it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you guys next week. Rate, comment, subscribe, click that bell. You know what to do. Follow gamer tags, social media, and that's it. So peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting Rich Watch and Bronies, Bro Hoop, Brony on. See you guys for the next one. Live react / review for episode 200.